Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the College Hockey South Playoffs, a contest between the #1 Georgia Ice Dogs taking on the South Carolina Gamecocks. My name is Charlie Sarafian, and I'm joined here up in the booth by producer Spencer Tomset, sideline reporter Riley Mercer, and my co-host Sawyer Stacy. This should be an incredible one for the ages. Fans have packed out the Akins Ford Arena. We have Riley down. Take a quick look at the bracket. Georgia, #1, taking on South Carolina. So Tennessee just lost to Tampa. So the winner of this game will go on to play Tampa in the championship tomorrow. So we're going to go down to Riley on the sideline. Riley, what do you got for us?
It has been a day full of hockey, but you know what they say, last one, best one. The winner of this game will be going to the championship versus Tampa. And Georgia is filled with a lot of seniors, so they're going to want to finish out with a win. But USC is young, fun, full of fight. It's going to be an electric night.
Thank you, Riley. USC is young and fun. What a fun team this is to watch. We've had a chance to watch them a couple times these playoffs. I know Sawyer got to watch them play back in November as well, but Georgia, they look ready. They look hungry in their home arena, packed right now. Tons of Georgia Bulldog fans. Here come the Ice Dogs. Puck sails right past Zach Hayes. Georgia looking to push. A big hit right in front of South Carolina's bench. Some pushing and shoving. Number 10, Nick Kay. He's going to get called for unsportsmanlike conduct there. Maybe some roughing, cross-checking. So, not the best start for South Carolina. Georgia fans fired up right now, ready to go. We're going to get a face-off in South Carolina's zone now. So, South Carolina, they're going to be down a man here. Georgia with a power play very early on in this game. Ice Dogs looking to get something started. Even Moore now gets it back to the top. 27, Truman Hagen gets it back to Moore. Moore's going to take a shot, swallowed up by Hayes. Excuse me, Tyler Tamoyan. So Tyler Tamoyan getting the start tonight for South Carolina. I was making a mistake. Last night, it was Hayes in goal. So switching over, it's their main goaltender who plays most of their games, Zach Hayes.
Yeah, so Tyler Tamoyan in goal for South Carolina. And I think that's the right call here for SC in Athens, as Zach Hayes put up a great game last night. A 7-2 win, if I'm not mistaken. Or no, 5-4.
5-4. It was actually pretty close.
It was a really close game, really hard-fought game against Florida, who played earlier today and lost to Alabama. So Florida took the 6th seed in this tournament. The bottom spot, South Carolina still in it to win it for the College Hockey South playoffs. I want to look back at the head-to-head matchup between Georgia and South Carolina this season. It's funny enough that they are now meeting in the playoffs here, as this is where both of them started. It was back in South Carolina, though, but both teams' first game was against each other. South Carolina and Georgia ended up in a tie on September 13th. South Carolina 3, Georgia 3. This is where it all started, and now it's going to end here for somebody today.
Georgia continuing the onslaught here of shots on goal already. 3 right in front of Tamoyan. Tamoyan doing anything he can to keep that puck out of the net. Georgia just hunting down here. South Carolina getting out, a big shot. Oh, that one has got her. Carson Scove, he had a goal last night, takes an absolute shot there from Truman Hagen, knocked him off his feet. The fans are loving it. The energy is absolutely electric in the Akins Ford Arena, something we haven't really seen so far in these playoffs. South Carolina still just looking to finish off this power play and clear it. Georgia still looking for blood. Here come the Ice Dogs. Makes a move in front. Multiple opportunities. Can't get the shot off. Evan Parente was down there for Georgia. Couldn't follow up with it. Puck will sail back all the way towards Ryan Testino. And by the way, Ryan Testino, Georgia's goalie, he was named College Hockey South Goaltender of the Year.
Not the only award on the ice, though. On the other end, John Riggins winning MVP for the College Hockey South league-wide. So if we look at the stats of these two teams, you're definitely going to say South Carolina has the edge here. They have a higher goal percentage, higher power play goal, bit more penalty minutes because they are a very rough team. But if you look at the stats coming into this game with John Riggins and Carson Scove on the side of South Carolina, you're going to say, oh, South Carolina has this in the bag. But don't forget, Georgia is the #1 seed in this tournament. They are the power play, not power play, they are in the position of power here in Georgia. They're at their home rink. They have a ton of fans here in support of them, and they are a rough and hungry team.
Like I was saying earlier, Ice Dogs looking to get something in there. Again, hungry as they are, looking for a bone early in this first period. The fans absolutely fired up to see this team debut their College Hockey South playoffs in 2025. Puck goes back towards Tamoyan. Georgia hunting it down. Gamecocks just trying to get it out of there. Picked up. Daniel Bartow is going to flick that one back. Chased down by Ian Hoover. Ian Hoover pinning him up on the boards. Matthew Winkleblack now with it. Winkleblack will get it down. It's in front. A shot. Can't finish. Looking for anything out in front. A couple of Bulldogs down there. Robert Whitwer looks like he had a chance, and puck's going to go back towards Georgia's zone where South Carolina will pick it up. It's number 14, Matthew Winkleblack. We'll keep it going. However, there'll be a stoppage to play.
We were looking at the goalie. South Carolina is on our end of the arena here in Akins Ford Arena in Athens. And Tyler Timoyan, the student section of Georgia, is right down in front of us. We can see them all down there barking their vocal cords off. And Tyler Timoyan paid him a visit right before the game started barking back with him, saying, your team's not going to affect me, and I'm here to play, and I'm here to go to the championship.
Absolutely. You love to see the fire and the spirit between these teams. As puck will sail back into Georgia's zone. It's Truman Hagen with it. We'll get it over to Bill Martin. Hagen back with it, looking for something. Now to Martin, back to Hagen. Cross ice pass, looking for it and dragging, trying to get there. It was number 26, George Massaros. Couldn't hold on to it. It'll be picked up back by South Carolina. Nick Kay will flick it up ahead. It's being chased by John Riggins, the MVP of the College Hockey South. Can't get there in time. Scooped up by Scove. Scove will take it himself, looking for something. Takes a shot, deflected. Good defense out in front. Scove somehow teleported right in front of Ryan Testino for a second. Blazing speed. I mean, that's why he's the MVP of the College Hockey South. So good. Another shot. Wild one. Up into the rafters. Watch out. Pucks are flying, folks.
This game, it just reminded me all of a sudden, sort of reminds me of the 2015 Super Bowl matchup between the Seahawks and the Broncos, where the headline was
Panthers-Broncos.
Whenever the Seahawks and the Broncos faced each other, it was a matter of will defense win or will offense win. Georgia is coming with an unbelievable defense. Ryan Testino in goal, of course, goalie of the year. And then we have on the other end, offense of the year here with South Carolina with John Riggins and Carson Scove. So this will be the matchup tonight. Will offense or will defense win? Defense, of course, Georgia. Offense, of course, South Carolina.
Testino, good glove save there. Wild shot from Tommy Harvin. Now Georgia coming out in front. Breakaway, beautiful move, but a better save from Tyler Timoyan. Wow, Alex Larassi had a wide open shot out in front, and he was robbed by Tyler Tamoyan. We got a replay coming of that. Making his way down the ice, Alex Larassi, wide open out in front, got it up to number 18, Evan Moore. Evan Moore just couldn't finish, though, looking for that 15th goal of the season. Had his pocket picked by none other than Tamoyan.
South Carolina is going to go on the power play here. Still receiving that information on what exactly went down. It's going to be an interference call on number 18 of Georgia, Evan Moore.
South Carolina, power play opportunity. Marvin with it, surveying, doesn't like it. To Riggins now, back to Marvin. He'll take a second here. Get it back behind the the goal for South Carolina. Riggins with it. We'll get a stoppage to play. South Carolina, the 3 seed in the College Hockey South playoffs. Again, this isn't supposed to be home ice advantage. However, it just happens to be, as we are in Athens, the home to the Georgia Bulldogs. Face off in Georgia's zone. It's Riggins. He'll lose it. Number 29, Declan Conway for the Ice Dogs. Riggins with it now. Breaks free. Shot out in front. Can't finish. Colin Reed was right in front for the Gamecocks. Looked like he was going to get a stick on it. Wasn't able to. We'll take another look at that. Oh, what an opportunity for USC to get it in there. Marvin dumped it back to Riggins. Riggins on the side over. And it looked like Colin Reed just couldn't finish what would have been an almost assist for Jake Puskar. That would have been his 23rd assist on the season.
Yeah, Colin Reed, his hesitance got the best
Georgia,
of him there.
an opportunity. Will they score? A shot, and Tamoyan says no with a little bit of sass after the play. Flicked it up in front of them, said, here, take that. Tyler Tamoyan, a little bit of flair and a little bit of pep in his step so far in this hockey game.
You know, we haven't seen South Carolina in their home arena, but I can't imagine seeing Tyler Tamoyan more comfortable than he is right now. I mean, he is being fueled by the Bulldogs, who are literally right next to him, barking at him, saying, we're going to beat you, and not being fooled at all, really sticking it to him.
I mean, if I didn't know any better, I'd think Tamoyan is in Columbia right now. I mean, he is so comfortable. He looks like he could go ahead and sleep right on that blue area, I swear.
Absolutely. You know, you sometimes hear players talk about away games are more comfortable. They like being down. They like being the underdog. And I wouldn't necessarily call South Carolina the underdog in this game. They're a very, very good team. And I do think this is an even matchup. But Tyler Tamoyan is definitely feeling the hate in this arena, and it's fueling him.
Absolutely. Face-off won by the Gamecocks. Is K's down there for Carolina, looking to track that one down. A fight for it up on the boards. Carolina's going to come out of it. Taking a shot up there on the glass. Thomas Loken, he's hanging out down there right next to Testino, looking to find any puck breaking three. Kai Bunsukin over on the side. Back to Bunsukin. Oh, a big hit. Brendan Flaherty hit the ice hard. Back to Bunsukin now, trying to get it down below. And it will sail smoothly all the way back to Tamoyan. Or again, Tamoyan so nonchalant back there for South Carolina. He's been on cleanup duty back there so far in this game. So Brendan Flaherty taking a shot. Both teams back at full strength now. South Carolina no longer on the power play. Again, you don't want to have Georgia at full strength, because even when they're down a man, they're still incredible. Miscommunications out in front. Georgia trying to score. Past Tamoyan, can't get it to go. The net dislodged. Tyler Tamoyan went flying back. Evan Morse fell into the goal himself. Again, I don't think they'll give him one for that, but he tried.
I don't think that puck, we'll see it here on the replay, but I don't think that puck went in the goal. It wouldn't have mattered, though, because of the dislodged goal. Yeah, you can see there Tyler Tamoyan got a glove on it pretty quickly, even though Nathan Haley went just flying into that goal. Oftentimes, Charlie, you say sometimes you think players maybe think they can score if they go in the goal.
Absolutely. I mean, I sure would if I was playing. South Carolina just trying to get it out of their zone. Georgia obviously more dominant so far in this game. However, South Carolina, they've had some good looks up in front of Testino. But again, when you're facing the College Hockey South Goalie of the Year, it's going to be difficult. A matchup between the MVP and the College Hockey South goalie, Riggins, Testino. A battle for the ages. Georgia now with it. It's Moore. He'll lose it, get it up to Bailey. Bailey will control for Georgia here. Burnett back over to Gannon now. Gets it up to Conway. Conway trying to find anything in the middle. It wasn't there. Stolen in center ice. Picked back up by Ronan Mulkerin. Ronan Mulkerin, he had quite the game last night against Florida. Again, that was quite the matchup. Here it comes, Georgia the other way. Declan Conway loses it. Intercepted by Aiden Dunphy. And an offsides called. Savario Marcella. We're going to go down to Riley to give us some action down below by the players. Riley, what's up?
Bodies are being thrown, and even a few choice words, but hey, it's for the love of the game.
Okie dokie, thank you, Riley.
Thank you, Riley. Short and sweet. Face off over in center ice. Savario Marcella, he'll win it for South Carolina. Ian Hoover will bring that puck down. South Carolina controlling, back in their own zone. Looking to reset here. Ian Hoover with it. Miscommunications. Back over to Savario Marcella. He'll go back to Georgia's side now. Ice Dogs will control. Picked up by the Gamecocks, being tracked down by Locken. Locken hunting for it. Nice skating moves down there. Number 10 for the Bulldogs. And now Georgia coming the other way, trying to get a chance, and it's well defended. Ian Hoover, a good poke check, not allowing anything to go down there. Georgia still out in front. Another opportunity, a big hit right in front. It's going to be a penalty on number 2, Aiden Dunphy. Looks like he cross-checked. Number 11, Alexander Strauss. Alexander Strauss visibly frustrated, upset. Bit of a dangerous play right in front of Tamoyan. So Georgia's going to go on a power play. We're going to go ahead and take a look at that replay. It was Alexander Strauss who took an absolute shot from Aiden Dunphy. And again, Georgia on the power play. Tamoyan could not look more comfortable in his area. Riggins facing off, will lose it. Number 26, George Massaros beat him. Massaros with it, gets it up to Alex Larcy. Out in front, a little to the right. Some good looks for the Ice Dogs here in this hockey game. Truman Hagen, back over to Alex Larcy. Back to Hagen now. Larcy with it. Cross ice pass to Evan Moore. A shot, it was Hagen off the post. Refs aren't going to call it out in front. We're going to have to look at that replay. Refs aren't going to check it. They're going to just talk it over to themselves. So it looks like Hagen, he had a bit of a lane here, decided to think about it. Hold on, it's coming. Hagen, a slap shot off the post, a ricochet.
That really doesn't show what we saw here from our point of view. It's so interesting. It's such a hard call to make. I understand saying it wasn't a goal, but because it almost looked like it bounced in to the goal, but then bounced back out. I don't know. Physics was not in favor of that puck there, at least in Georgia's case.
Missed pass. Goes over to Alex Larcy. Back to Hagen. Larcy now. Back to Hagen again. Hagen down low. Spin move to Larcy. He's going to think about it. Well defended by Colin Reed. Number 11, Ronan Mulkerin gets up there too. The Gamecocks doing a really good job defensively on this power play as Evan Moore will pick it up. Moore, what do you got? Down below, in front to Moyen, stops that, covers it up. Gamecocks survive. This defense has been so good in this hockey game. The power plays to Moyen. I mean, look, the Gamecocks, you got to be happy coming in to a stadium that, if I had to guess, is a majority of Georgia fans. Only guessing that because we are in Athens. A little bit of a miscue with his stick. Ryan Bailey tried to get it off. Evan Parente. Now we're back up top. Jack Gannon thinking about it. Doesn't like what he sees. Gives it off to the side. Now over to Ryan Bailey. Bailey, he's defended well. Gannon with it again. Over to Conway. Conway, a shot! Not on target. Ryan Bailey over to Gannon again. Gannon to Conway. Conway over to the side. Parente wasn't there in time. Stoppage of play. Fans don't like it, and now they do.
Yeah, somebody got the puck down there in the Georgia Bulldogs student section. They're quite happy about that.
And it looks like a Georgia fan gave the puck to a nice lady. A very nice gesture. Some class here for the Georgia fans in
Absolutely.
the Akins Ford Arena.
I know you all can't see it, but up here in the booth, we see that Georgia has 10 shots on goal to South Carolina's 3, which makes absolute sense. Georgia has been on offense almost this entire game. I honestly can't even remember how South Carolina got the 3 they did, other than 1 or 2 times. Again, we saw that little hesitation from Colin Reed after the puck was teasing him as Ryan Testino was out of the goal. But again, Tyler Timoyen is a brick wall right in front of the net. We can't speak enough how comfortable he looks. He does not look phased at all against this Georgia team, and he seems ready to fight this till the end.
Marvin with it. Trying to escape the pressure. Stolen out in front. Couldn't hold on to it. Declan Conway would have had a good chance. Gamecocks coming the other way now. Marvin accompanied by Pineda. Pineda with it. Thinking, surveying, gets it down low to Marvin again. Gamecocks looking to set up here. Marvin across to Flaherty. Flaherty, shot, flies up in the air, saved by Testino. Pineda down below to Scove. Again, Scove had a goal last night. Back to Marvin now. Marvin, a wild pass. Flaherty can't really track it down. Scove, a shot saved by Testino. A very routine save for Testino. You want to call a stick save routine. Again, though, a College Hockey South Goalie of the Year going to get stuff like that. Another shot a little to the right. Not on target, close but no cigar. It'll be tracked down, backed by South Carolina. Benjamin Risatelli gets it up to Riggins. Riggins makes a move, tries to get down below. Better defense. Hagen was on him. Another shot. It's stayed by Testino. Wow. Riggins was trying to break free, but Huggins was on him like white on rice down below in Georgia's side. Again, the Bulldogs really showcasing why they're one of the best defensive teams in club college hockey.
Absolutely. They really do a great job of creating a lot of traffic from Ryan Testino. What makes Ryan Testino such a good goalie is to be able to see through that traffic when the South Carolina offense is trying to pinpoint some sort of look and opportunity on the net. So great teamwork to be able to lock down the defense on Georgia's end. But like you said, of course, they're the best defensive team in this league.
Okay, along with a couple of other Gamecocks down there, I see Riggins trying to track that puck down and get it out of there. Kay comes out of the bunch with it. Now it goes over to Ian Huver. Huver rifles one, not on target. Georgia will just try to get this one out of here. Shots on goal starting to become a little more even as South Carolina has looked to kind of find their groove here. Just under 5 minutes to go here in the first period of the last game of the night in the College Hockey South playoffs. 0-0 so far, a stalemate if you will. Again, offense versus defense so far. Defense is showing to appear superior. Ian Huver, again, one of those players, no recorded goals or assists on the season. However, making a difference out there defensively. So Ian Huver, again, another one of those players, their presence doesn't really show up on the stat sheet. But then you got players like John Riggins. I mean, 22 goals, 22 assists, 45 points on the season. So valuable to have on a team. And I mean, players like Ian Huver, they don't need to show up if you got guys doing that. Georgia again intercepts that puck, taking it the other way. They'll look to get something set up here. So we're approaching the end of what was a very good defensive first period. South Carolina coming the other way now. It's Albers. Albers gets it up to 14. Winkleblack. Winkleblack can't control. Will be followed by Jack Gannon. Gannon waiting for his Ice Dogs to set up here and get something going. Here come the Ice Dogs, straight out of the doghouse. Number 15, Dylan Punzenberger, looking for something. A shot a little to the right, can't follow up. Number 19, Thomas Loken will get it in center ice, behind the back pass, got too cute with it, stolen back by George Meserasos. Meserasos pins them up on the boards. No Bulldogs were there to find it. And now here comes Huver or Saviano, a shot and they score! Savario Marcella took that all the way up the ice. Gamecocks get on the board. Georgia fans are quiet.
We'll get another look at that unbelievable South Carolina goal to come all the way from their own zone back through Georgia, weaving through. That was number 15, Dylan Punzenberger. Unbelievable stick handling to weave through the Georgia defense and get a one-on-one with Ryan Testino and get the best of him.
I want to correct you. Savario Marcella, actually, for South Carolina. So he took that coast to coast, although we're nowhere near a coast here in Athens, all the way up the ice and snuck it past the College Hockey South goalie of the year, Ryan Testino. Georgia fans yelling, "We ready," although it appears they're not. His puck's stolen again by Scove. Here comes Scove. Pass, can't finish. Marcelo Pinata was set up beautifully by Scove. However, Testino kind of covered the angle. Approaching 2 minutes to go in this first period of play. What has proven to be a fun one so far. Fighting for it up on the boards. Taking it away is Meserasos, excuse me. And puck will sail smoothly back over to Testino. We'll get a delayed penalty coming. It'll be picked up by Bonsukin now. Bonsukin loses it. Georgia in front. They've got a chance. Looking for it. Bill Martin gets it over on the side to Ryan Bailey. Ryan Bailey looking for it more out in front. Oh, Declan Conway wasn't there. Evan Parente set him up perfectly. Conway couldn't find anything. Now goes over to Hagen. Hagen down below. South Carolina swarming right now. The Gamecocks have been absolutely a hassle. I don't know if that really makes sense. Never mind. Nick K with it, grammatically. Shot out in front, a beautiful one. Rebound, Testino covers it. Testino showcasing his skills here as he's woken up a bit.
Colin Reed is very frustrated off the knees as he fell down there. He's got 3 golden opportunities tonight right in front of the net and hasn't capitalized on a single one. It's only a matter of time before he finally finds the back of the net. He's really dialed in tonight.
Looking for it. Reed gets it up to Conway. Conway will lose it though. Numerous Gamecocks in front. A shot. Testino not fooled. Looking for a follow-up. Calling for it. It's Flaherty. Flaherty takes him on himself. What do you got? Nothing. Apparently misses just left. The Gamecocks continuously looking for that second goal as time's winding down. 18.5 seconds left to go in the first.
Man, if I was South Carolina, I'd be feeling pretty good right now. As many shots as Tyler Timoyan has taken, doesn't seem phased whatsoever. South Carolina has actually now overtaken Georgia in shots on goal, up to 12 now. Just a couple seconds. So that's quick math here. Nine shots on goal that Georgia has not contested whatsoever. It seems that their pacing on offense has been broken up by South Carolina figuring out how to get through their offense and now get through the defense with the lead here late in the first.
Face off in Georgia's zone. Jake Puskar looking to get on the board here for South Carolina Gamecocks. 1-0 hockey game in the Akins Ford Arena. Time winding down. Riggins looking for one. Can't find it. Rebound and they score! Starting the picnic by putting the bread in the basket. Carson Scove for the Gamecocks.
You know, we talked about it, or at least I did. I know Charlie mentioned it, about Carson Scove and John Riggins being the X Factor players for this South Carolina offense.
Beautiful setup. It was almost like a pass. I'll give the boards an assist for that one.
Absolutely. Ryan Testino really didn't know what was going on because that was an unbelievable bounce off the boards. Carson Scove at the right place at the right time to get the rebound off the boards there and get South Carolina a 2-0 lead here at the end of the first.
Riley is going to go ahead and take us to break here. Riley, what do you got down at the action?
Guys, I wish y'all could feel the energy. Energy is amazing, but I'm gonna have to agree with you, Sawyer. I really do think the Gamecocks are feeding off of that negative energy, if you will. But I'm so excited to see what happens after this break. I think we're gonna have a good time in the locker room. We're gonna have a quick chat with everyone, and I think it's gonna be an amazing second period. And now we're gonna go to the break.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Taking a look at our bracket for the College Hockey South Men's Division I playoffs. Tennessee lost to Tampa. Tampa taking down the Ice Vols, so they're going to move on to the championship to face the winner of this game, Georgia and South Carolina. Right now, it's been all Gamecocks. They've come out hot. So again, Georgia looking to come back, and if this stays the way it is, this will be the second upset of the night for Men's Division I.
Absolutely. You know, and secretly I did kind of dream of Georgia and Tennessee seeing each other back in these playoffs. They've had such a good series back and forth, from Tennessee winning in Savannah and, of course, regular season games, both of which Georgia won against Tennessee. So a final matchup would be nice to see. Of course, I was hoping it would be in the championship, but we can't get all the things we want. And there's 40 minutes of hockey left, as it seems like coaches may be going back and forth a bit.
Again, 40 minutes of what should be really good hockey left. Georgia, South Carolina, an SEC matchup. Doesn't get better than this. Doesn't get much better than this, folks. I'll tell you that. Again, South Carolina, so good at just capitalizing. I mean, Henry, that goal there, scored for South Carolina. It was beautifully set up by John Riggins, finding the boards. So Nick Kay was able to finish, Marco Pineda was able to finish on that one. Again, such a good goal, beautifully set up there. Georgia, though, I'm expecting them to come out swinging.
Absolutely. They're definitely a tough team, and they've proved themselves so far, at least, more so especially in the first half of the first period, where they held South Carolina to only 3 shots on goal to their 10, but then South Carolina seemed to have gained some momentum, figured out a way to poke holes through the Georgia offense to get some of their own, and it led to 2 goals, and came back and now have 13 shots on goal to Georgia's 10. So 10 uncontested shots on goals for South Carolina. Not quite sure what's going on here in the arena. A lot of communication going on between the refs and the teams respectively. Yeah, it seems vibes seem to be good here in Akins Arena.
That's all it really is at the end of the day. Face-off underway, second period of play. It's hockey time in the Akins Ford Arena. Get set, folks. Don't go anywhere. Club College Hockey is here. In a second.
We'll take just one more pause there, and puck is underway.
Almost had the timing down perfectly. It's all right. Maybe Georgia could get the timing down and get up on the board here. Kay with it. Taking it up is Marvin. Gamecocks coming out hot is Marvin, or Kay. Does a couple of spins there. He might be dizzy. Watch out. Conway now coming the other way. Trying to slip through. A shot saved. Tamoyan picking up right where he left off. Georgia just trying to get it in there. Some good chances right up in front. Parente now giving it up to Strauss. Strauss couldn't find anything. South Carolina defending well. Gamecocks trying to get it out of there. Another shot by Poole. Couldn't find anything. Saved again by Tamoyan. Tamoyan has come to play, no longer over in front of a bunch of Georgia fans. I'd expect them to be even more comfortable here. Thinking about it, another shot deflected. Couldn't get it off. Parente. Strauss will try to get it now. He's calling for it. Back to Parente. Parente gets it over to Bailey. Bailey thinking about it. Cross ice pass to Strauss. Strauss takes a shot. Saved by Tamoyan. No surprise there. Parente now. Another one off the boards. Georgia continuing this offensive set here. And South Carolina will take it away now. Okay, he'll flick it up there. Goes right towards Testino. rocking that American Stripes helmet. Trying to sneak in there was Puskar again, the points leader for this South Carolina team. Second, actually, in points, tied in assists with his buddy John Riggins. Chasing it back in their own zone, it's Henderson for South Carolina. He's going to take a shot there from Laracy. The left winger will pin him up on the boards like a high school bully. South Carolina coming the other way. Testino's going to cover it up.
Bit more back and forth as South Carolina and Georgia are both looking to see who is going to assert dominance first, because it seems like if Georgia lets South Carolina get ahead quickly in the second, maybe they can tire themselves out and Georgia can take more of a dominant, more aggressive approach in the back half of the second, like South Carolina did, and which led to their 2-0 lead here in the second.
Moore trying to get it for the Georgia Bulldogs. Another shot and go for South Carolina. Couldn't find anything there. Good save from Testino. Henderson couldn't get the best of him. Georgia the other way. Numbers can't confirm. A delayed penalty. Testino's going to come out and get onto the bench there. Try to get extra man out there on the ice. So it's going to be hooking called on, let's see, it looks like that is number 13, Andrew Henderson. Andrew Henderson for South Carolina. He's going to spend some time in the sin bin. And Georgia, they're going to get a crack at this one.
Yeah, Andrew Henderson, sorry. Connor Berman, number 12, not number 13. This will be really interesting to see. This could push Georgia over the edge to finally maybe take control of this game here in the second period. It's been a lot of back and forth. South Carolina really playing smart defensively, and now is the time to hone in on those defensive skills against the best defensive team in the College Hockey South.
Bailey gets it up to Gannon. Gannon back to Bailey. Bailey down below, beautifully set up, can't finish. Georgia with it now to Gannon. Gannon back to Bailey. Looking, nothing's there. Poked away by Flaherty. Georgia continuing as Conway gets it over to Gannon. Now up to Bailey up top, asking for it. Gannon still has it. He's looking for anything. Back to Bailey though, at the top right next to the blue line. Over to Gannon. Gannon down below to Parente. Parente tried to sneak it in there. Wasn't there. Bailey gets it back over to Gannon. Back and forth. Bailey to Gannon. A shot off the pad of Tamoyan. Some banging up on the glass. The fans are loving it. Testino's going to control this. Coming out of the goal, almost like a soccer goal. He kind of setting up his team as South Carolina continuing this offensive onslaught. 2 goals so far in this hockey game, both coming in the first period. So far, Georgia fans getting a little quiet here. I don't hear as many chants coming. We'll get a stoppage to play. We're going to hand it down to Riley.
Tell me defense wins games, and that is looking true out here on the ice tonight. Georgia has some great shots on goal, but they need to work on executing. There is about 15 minutes left, so anything's possible. Back to y'all.
Thank you, Riley. I love that motivation. Anything is possible. Ian Huver looking for it. It's going to go over back to Testino. Scoop back up by Georgia. Truman Hagen with it. Gets it up to number 30, Alex Laracy. Laracy back to Hagen. Hagen trying to get open here. Looking for something. Weaves past defenders. Doesn't get through. Out in front, a shot. Not there. It was defended by Kay. Alex Laracy couldn't really find anything. Didn't have the angle. And now South Carolina will take it the other way. It's Riggins. Takes a shot. Can't finish. MVP versus College Hockey South Goalie of the Year. One-on-one. Testino got the best of that matchup.
You know, Riley said there that defense wins games, and I think that really is the ultimate factor here today. We've talked a lot about Georgia's defense. South Carolina has poked through that and got 2 goals, but South Carolina is giving Georgia a run for their money on the best defense. They've done a great job, and especially because of Tyler Timoyan in goal. Really honed in, dialed in, feeding off the hate that is coming his way from all the Georgia Bulldogs here in Akins Ford Arena.
And again, maybe I'm going deaf, but I don't hear any more Georgia fans shouting. South Carolina's kind of stunned them. Another shot, almost getting a third, not able to finish. South Carolina, a push here. Colin Reed down below for the Gamecocks, out in front. Now taken up by Georgia. 3-on-2. Here come the Ice Dogs. Number 22 for the Bulldogs, Jake Hedquist trying to sneak it in there. Shot on goal, saved by Tamoyan. South Carolina the other way now. Here come the Gamecocks. Kaibon Sukin with it, tries to make a move, loses it. Taken back by Georgia the other way. An opportunity, and he doesn't hold on to it. Oh, excuse me, number 15, Dylan Punzenberger couldn't get his stick on it. Almost reached out and grabbed it. Didn't have the length on it, though. And Georgia will miss what could have been. In front of Tamoyan now, he's going to save that one. Wasn't really ready for that one. Looks like he was a little blindsided. However, he did save it. South Carolina just trying to get it out of here. A lot of back and forth action. It's the Gamecocks coming the other way with it. It's Bonsukin, excuse me, number 15, Marcella, looking for it. Gets it over in the middle. Clavin wasn't able to hold on to it. A lot of diving here in this hockey game. Again, quite a stalemate from both these teams. South Carolina able to sneak 2 past Testino, but again, such a good defensive presence from both these teams. Again, Georgia, one of the best defensive teams in club college hockey. Gamecocks looking to get a third here. Ronan Molkerin now will give it up to Skov. Skov in the middle. He's got Puskar. Looking for it. A shot. Couldn't finish. Puck still in Georgia's zone. Gamecocks looking to get it. It'll be picked up by Whitwer. Whitwer, he's being hassled by a couple of Gamecocks right in center ice. Puck will go the other way now towards Tamoyan, but it'll get out of there. Trying to hold on is Pinata, but he takes a shot there. Goes up on the boards. Now be taken up by Puskar. Puskar trying to get 3 behind the back. Can't hold on to it. It was Skov. What would have been a highlight. Couldn't hold on to the puck long enough. Reaching out for it again, though, is Puskar. He still got it. Taken up by Conway. Conway will take this puck himself. Backhanded shot. Does not fool Tamoyan. Puskar with it now. Patient with the puck. Looking for something. What has he got? Skates around for a bit. Tracked by Wilkins. Wilkins behind the net. Takes a shot. Saved by Testino. Another one out in front. Tries to get it off again. Such good defense. Gannon was all over that play. Wraps around again behind the zone. And Georgia will hold on to it here and just look to get it out of here. A beautiful pass. Here comes Parente. What do you got? A nifty move. Poked away. Better defense. South Carolina standing their ground. Parente, the points leader for the Georgia Bulldogs. He's been so good this season. Him and Ryan Bailey have both put on a clinic so far. He just wasn't able to finish. Truman Hagen with it. Loses it. Stolen by the Gamecocks. Another shot taken up in front. Brendan Flaherty looks like he got hit in the face. Not going to call it. Wide open. Georgia looking for a shot. Score! Bulldogs, number 29, Declan Conway gets the party started. Fans on their feet. They're loving it. Welcome to Athens.
Lots of barking going on, of course, the Bulldogs are really excited after that replay. Breakaway comes up gold over the shoulder of Tyler Timoyan in the top shelf where Grandma hides the cookies.
Declan Conway getting this crowd riled up. I hear barking, I hear chants. Nothing finer than a drunk, obnoxious Georgia fan. Face off in center ice. Gamecocks looking to respond here. Here's Riggins up in front. Kay can't hold on to it. Georgia's gonna hold off and just try to get it out of there. Desperately trying to get it. It's Reed, makes a move, looks for it. Nothing's there. Up top, Dunphy over to Riggins. Riggins with it. In the middle, ricochets, deflects, skips. Dunphy tries to hold on to it. Delayed penalty coming. South Carolina's goalie's been pulled. 6-on-5. Gamecocks still got it. So we'll get a penalty coming up here, and it looks like South Carolina's going to get a power play. An interference called on number 38, Alex Laracy. So the Gamecocks get a power play opportunity just as Georgia responds. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show.
Absolutely. This is going to be a really interesting power play for South Carolina. A great opportunity to respond to the chants going on here in Athens, opposing everything that they stand for over there on the South Carolina bench. Tyler Timoyan, I'm sure, is still in it to win it. I think maybe a lapse in judgment led to a goal for Georgia there. It's really hard on the breakaway to fight those one-on-ones, especially when Georgia is just fighting for any chance at the goal they can get, and it doesn't get better than that. And of course they capitalized on it, but I think Tyler Timoyan is still really locked in, really ready to play the rest of this game at his best.
I mean, when Declan Conway gets open, you can only imagine what he can do with 13 goals on the season. So we'll get 2 penalties on Georgia. So 5-on-3, Gamecocks, if I know them, they're going to capitalize on an opportunity. So Gamecocks looking to find something here. Marvin to Riggins. Riggins back to Marvin. Looking for an opening. Georgia covering the angle. Marvin now. Riggins, he's going to think about this one. Take a shot. Not on target. Good defense from Georgia. South Carolina looking to find a hole. Marvin's got it. Gets it down low to Puskar. Puskar to Marvin. Back to Riggins. Riggins to Marvin again. I sound like a broken record as Marvin takes a shot out in front. Gamecocks score. A beautiful shot. Pinata finds one. And South Carolina responds on the 5-on-3.
South Carolina says, that's what happens when you score. We're just going to respond right back. Back and forth like you were saying, Charlie.
Beautiful shot. Taps it in. Marvin to Riggins. Riggins to Marvin. Gets it to Puskar. Gamecocks get 3. Georgia fans visibly frustrated, as they should. Face-off won by South Carolina. Gamecocks looking for 4 here. Still on a power play. Georgia down a man. 3-1 hockey game so far. South Carolina is coming to Athens and has stunned the Bulldogs. Georgia the other way, trying to find something. George Messeros looking for it up on the boards, a fight for it, a needle in the haystack. South Carolina comes out with it. Kai Bonsukin will take it up for the Gamecocks. Bonsukin, he's got K to his right. Looking for it on the boards. A fight, trying to get it out of there. Georgia Very desperate on defense. The fans banging up on the glass. They're loving it. South Carolina looking for it. Bonsukaran out in front. The rebound, it wasn't there. Georgia goalie loses his glove. He might need that. Bonsukan chasing it back. 15 seconds left in the power play. Time winding down, and we're going to be back at full strength here for Georgia. Coming out of the penalty box, it's Evan Moore, such a valuable player, and now South Carolina looking for something. Here come the Gamecocks. Thomas Loken. No one was there to receive it. It was a beautiful pass. Another shot taken by Ronan Molkerin. Wasn't there. Glove save. Georgia will scoop this one up. And Testino can wipe the sweat off his forehead.
Yeah, Testino really just taking a break there, saying, this is a tough game. It's a physical game if there ever was one, and it really is evenly matched. South Carolina is up, though, with a two-goal lead. A little bit of padding there, but they're trying to make it as big as possible.
Here comes Georgia on the other end. A save by Tamoyan. Sorry to cut you off there, Sawyer.
No,
Georgia.
I mean, just saying South Carolina is really trying to stick it to this Georgia team in their home arena, being the lower seed here.
What a win this would be. What an upset this would be. The second upset. Bill Martin gets it over to Hagen. Hagen over to Punzenberger. Now up in front, a shot. A little too wild on that one. Garrett Albers thought he had the angle. Another shot off target. South Carolina just taking whatever they can get here. A big hit up on the boards. Gamecocks looking for something. Shot out in front, deflected. Bill Martin got in the way. Glove saved by Testino. Beautiful, well done. Matthew Winkleblack was looking to possibly get a ricochet and deflect that puck back into the goal. Testino, though, again, catching up on his reading, read that one like a book. Face-off coming in Georgia's zone. It's Savario Marcella. He's got a goal tonight for South Carolina, winning the face-off too. George Clavin wrapping around. South Carolina still controls. Thomas Loken, he'll just wrap around again and again and again, looking for something. Georgia very aggressive defensively, as you have to be down 2 goals. And now here comes Alex Laracy. Laracy falls down, can't stay on his feet. The fans don't like it. Savario Marcella the other way. A shot, glove saved by Testino. Textbook. So we're going to go down to Riley. She's got a little segment for us down by the players.
There, but the Gamecocks tightened that leash a little bit and came back and got a shot on goal. I really think Georgia just needs to calm down a little bit, get out of those heads, and then take it play by play.
Play by play as we're doing up here in the booth. And Riley is correct. South Carolina does have the Ice Dogs on a leash. They've tamed them here. Bulldogs looking a little domesticated right now. Gamecocks looking to make it 4. A shot on goal, saved by Testino. Easy enough. George Messeros now gets it over to Leighton Poole. Now stolen by South Carolina. Jake Buscar with it, getting it down low. A shot on goal, Testino brushes that one off. A giant hit over there. George Messeros tumbled right into the glass. Messeros not happy with that hit from Pineda. Brendan Flaherty will get back there for South Carolina. You got to be careful here. Again, Georgia, their goal, it came from a bit of a breakaway. Declan Conway broke free, so you can't let him do that. Georgia, the other way, shot, not on target. A close one, though. Fans on their toes here in the Akins Ford Arena. Goes right in front of the goalie. Going back now, it's taken up by South Carolina. It's a foot race, and it's an icing.
Marco Pineda is definitely an enforcer for this South Carolina team, really showing Georgia how South Carolina can be on defense, and they can be just as powerful as they have been all season.
Powerful is right. I mean, even looking at national standings, I believe Georgia ranks in at number 2 nationally amongst some other schools I've never even heard of. Again, club hockey so competitive, and Georgia standing at the top. However, South Carolina, they've kind of shown them who's boss here. Gamecocks shot. Testino saves it. Almost snuck through the 5-hole. Was able to get his footing set. Puck goes flying up in the air. Almost hits Riley over there on the sideline. Out in front again. Georgia trying to get it out of there. Gamecocks swarming, looking for the 4th. Time winding down in the second period. Will be reset here. Ian Hoover will hold on to it. Give it over to Nick Kay, and Nick Kay will lose it. And it's picked up back by Luke Burnett. Puck goes flying all the way back. Stolen now, though, by Declan Conway. Conway, he's got a goal in net, looking for a second. Can't get it to go. Stick goes flying. Watch out, you might need that, number 4. Now controlled by Georgia. Looking for something down low. Another shot off the iron. Couldn't find it. It's a fight. Evan Parente down there for Georgia trying to get it. And now here comes Nick Kay. Nick Kay, he's got numbers. 3-on-1, passes it up. Riggins can't convert. Georgia, a good defensive set. Now here comes Georgia the opposite way. It's number 4, Jack Gannon. Gannon thinking about it, waits, players flying, takes the shot, and they're gonna call it off. Jack Gannon took it coast to coast, however, it was called off by the refs, wrapped around. Heartbreak is what you might call it.
Yeah, I do believe this is the right call here, as one of the South Carolina players went flying into the goal, and which really gave Georgia the goal there. So, of course, right call. Everybody here very upset by it, but when you think about it, Georgia never would have got it in the first place if there hadn't been a little altercation at the goal.
Absolutely. I mean, refs and players talking about it over there. Georgia coaches visibly upset, and it only makes sense. But right now, look, you got Tommy Marvin talking things over with George Messeros, a couple of the Zebras over there as well, discussing what happened. And it looks like, again, if you watch the replay, a Georgia player went flying into the net, and that kind of stopped anything from happening. Jack Gannon, he was looking for his 4th goal in the season. I bet he's upset, along with every other Georgia fan in this building. Refs, though, not going to call it a goal. And so far, South Carolina remains superior in this hockey game.
Yeah, Georgia seems to not be understanding what happened there, and refs trying to break it down as plainly and as simply as possible to make sure everybody's okay and understands what went down. South Carolina, refs trying to go to South Carolina and break it down for them on the bench, and South Carolina was like, no, we get it, no goal. Just keep on going, doing what you're doing.
Layman's terms.
Yeah. Georgia needed a bit more hand-holding on the explanation there.
Exactly. So Henry Reagan's serving the penalty for South Carolina, a tripping call. So Georgia, they're going to look to get something going here. Dogs on a power play. Hoggett takes a shot. Nothing was there.
Yeah, it's John Riggins in the box.
Thank you, Sawyer. John Riggins, MVP of the College Hockey South. Get his title right. Looking for something. It's the Ice Dogs. A shot. Saved by Tamoyan. Hagen with it still. Kai Von Suken lost his footing for a sec. Now over to George Messeros. Messeros thinking about it, doesn't like what he sees. Dumps it back off for Evan Moore. Evan Moore will wrap around here. He might take a shot, and he does. A little to the left. Was looking to find net. Found all boards instead. Testino now will leave this over for Hagen. So he'll wrap back around for Georgia. Ice Dogs making their way back up the ice. 2 minutes left to go in the Akins Ford Arena. Fans wanting another goal. 3-1 hockey game. Hagen looking for something. Gets it up. Thinking about it. Zachary Knoll looking for it back to Ryan Bailey. Bailey gets it down low to Jack Gannon. Gannon to Bailey. Bailey a slap shot off a player's leg. Wasn't there. Gannon now thinking about it again. Good defense play there from Loken. In front now, looking for anything in front of Samoyan, trying to sneak one through there. Bailey's gonna think about it, give it back to Gannon. Gannon surveying again, they can't find anything. Loken is playing the role of the second goalie, just making some good moves in front, not allowing that puck to get through. Up in the air, it was played with up in the air a little bit. Tamoyan flicked that back behind him. Tamoyan very disciplined so far in this game. Now to Gannon. Gannon again just looking for the angle, and it's just not there. Bailey now tries to sneak one through. Can't do it. 54 seconds remaining. Parente takes a shot off the pads of Tamoyan. No surprise there. Time winding down. A foot race. Logan's trying to get it. Rewarding himself for his hard work on defense. Finds Puskar in the middle. Can't hold on. Now Riggins will get it across the ice over to Henderson. Henderson can't hold on. Gannon gets sandwiched there by a couple of Gamecocks. And a foot race back over towards Tamoyan. 20 seconds, 21.4 seconds to go in this hockey game. An icing called. South Carolina still on top.
Yeah, Georgia really had great control of the puck there. Had a lot of looks at the net, a lot of opportunities, but puck control is only so great if you finally get to do something with it and actually capitalize on the amount of control you're getting on the puck. And it seemed like Georgia was really waiting for that perfect opportunity, and it just never came for them.
South Carolina looking to finish off this period strong. Gets over to Flaherty. Flaherty stolen, though, by Declan Conway. Conway gets up in front of Bailey. He loses it, visibly frustrated, yelling at the ref. He's telling him to get off the ice. Some altercations there between Ryan Bailey and the referee. So, it's not Christmas. We got a present for you. Riley with some news.
Ice and off the ice, but there is still one more period. That is 20 full minutes for the Georgia Bulldogs to come back. Or the Gamecocks could keep that leash tight on those dogs and keep playing amazing defense and keep being aggressive on their offense. Again, 20 minutes is a long time, so anything can happen. We'll be right back after the break.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the third period of play. This has been a fun one. Once again, the South Carolina Gamecocks have made their way to Athens to take on the Georgia Ice Dogs. Sawyer, this has been one of the better hockey games, one of the better club college hockey games I've ever seen in my short announcing career. But again, I hope it's not the last between these two teams. I see winner going to the championship to take on Tampa.
Yeah. If this game was going to be one-sided, I would have said beforehand that, okay, yes, maybe Georgia takes control early and doesn't let up. But I was more so expecting an even game, but not one-sided in favor of South Carolina. This is really interesting. South Carolina is firing on all cylinders. Tyler Timoyan is just putting up an unbelievable goalie performance, arguably one of the best of the season, just so dialed in the net, and their offense is really doing a great job of getting the puck in great opportunities by Ryan Testino on the other end for Georgia. Georgia still very in the fight, though. Very scrappy team, ready to claw their way back into this game. It's definitely not over. 20 minutes remaining in this game.
I mean, 4 words to describe Timoyan. Phenomenal. He's been so good in this hockey game. Just heads up plays, ready to go. Action-packed hockey. South Carolina Gamecocks, though, they've stunned these Georgia fans. However, again, the Ice Dogs are #1 in the College Hockey South for a reason. Club college hockey underway right now. Any day now.
It seems like this is a trend. Second period was slow off the puck drop, and now the third as well.
Messed up the timing. It's all right. Georgia Ice Dogs win the face-off, and we'll get a stoppage to play. Teasing me up here in the booth.
One thing to know is that most of the student section has exited the building for Georgia. I guess they felt a little down on their luck after the first 2 periods. Hopefully Georgia can still stay in this game without their support.
Exactly. This isn't really football. I guess these fans aren't used to seeing these kind of games here. Don't really know where I was going with that. Kay dumps that back off. Georgia looking to just get it out of their own zone. Stolen, though, by Kay. Nick thinking about it. Gets over to Riggins. Riggins falls on his feet. Lost his footing. Almost shot that one from the ground. That would have been a first for me. Probably a first for him, a first for anybody. I don't even know if that's ever happened. I've seen it in NHL games, not club college hockey. Georgia coming the other way, looking for something. Takes a shot. Ricocheted off the leg of Tommy Marvin. A good play from Tommy to just get in the way of that. Ice Dogs looking for it. Bonsukin defended it well, got it out of there. Marvin and Kay desperately just trying to get this one out of the way of any Ice Dogs reach. And Georgia's going to come out with it. A nice move out in front looking for anything. Declan Conway wasn't able to keep his footing and keep his stick on the puck. It will be picked up now by Parente. Trying to hold on to it. Trying to track it down now. Tommy Marvin dump it off for Riggins. Riggins will rifle that one up. Scooped up and put gently on the ground by Gannon. And it will be now brushed to the side. Riggins just absolutely fires that one out of the way. It looked like maybe some miscommunication, a bit of a miscue from Tyler Timoyan. And Riggins just said no and fired that one all the way out of play.
Yeah, I think Timoyan was saying, just get rid of it. And get rid of it, he did. Maybe not in the position Tyler wanted it. Right by him having to get ready for this face-off.
Face-off won by South Carolina. Andrew Henderson will get that one up to Carson Scove. Here comes Scove. He's got a couple of Georgia defenders on him. Hits the boards hard. Puskar now up in front. A good shot by Pineda. Pineda looking for one as he tried to sneak it past the College Hockey South goalie of the year, Ryan Testino. There's a reason again, folks, why he is the College Hockey South game goalie of the year. Georgia, another wild shot. Number 18, Evan Moore, trying to get one in there, stoppage the play. I mean, Georgia just taking anything they can get right now. Wild shots right in front of Tamoyan.
Such a close game, such a good game. Can't ask for a better way to end the night here. Again, just a tad surprised that this game has gone so in favor of South Carolina, considering how amazing Georgia has been.
Now again, I think they might need to start selling helmets to the fans. So many pucks have gone out of play up into the stands. A face-off now in South Carolina's zone. It's won by Puskar. He'll get it up to Mulkerin. Tracked back down by the Dogs. Is Hagen, tries to get up for Georgia. A big hit right in front of the fans. It was number 9, Marco Pineda. Absolutely laid out Truman Hagen right in front of the refs. They're not going to call him for it, or maybe they will. So they are going to get him for that penalty. It's number 9, Marco Pineda. He's going to be spending some time in the sin bin, and Georgia's going to get a power play opportunity and try to bury this one back in the net and get back in this hockey game.
Absolutely. Georgia really laying on the pressure now. Seem to have a little momentum. We haven't seen a lot of South Carolina offense in the past minute or so. Georgia trying to get back in this game.
Again, wild shots. If they keep firing those ones and missing, they might break the glass here. Trying to track it down, follow up with it. Josh Wilkins for South Carolina will lose it. Georgia tries to get it back, and it's stolen by Brendan Flaherty. Brendan Flaherty will just send this one all the way back towards the Georgia net. And now South Carolina will pick it up. The Gamecocks looking for a possible shot here, just trying to find anything, maybe a shorthanded goal. We've seen them do it before. The Ice Dogs will reset. 1 minute and 20 seconds left to go on this power play. 16 and a half minutes to go in this hockey game. It's going to be the last game of the night here in Athens for the College Hockey South playoffs. Again, winner of this game will go on to play in the championship against Tampa. The loser will play Tennessee in the third place game.
Right now, that's looking like Georgia and Tennessee in the third place game tomorrow at 11:30, and South Carolina and Tampa set for the championship match. But again, that's a wildly too early to call play right there.
Georgia coming the other way. Alex Laracy holding back, surveying, shot. His own player got in the way. Number 22, James Hedquist, thought he was playing goalie for South Carolina for a second. Jumped right in the way. Another pass intended right there to go into the middle. No Bulldog was there to receive it. Ice Dog, if you will. Laracy now thinking about it. Gets it up to Hagen. Hagen looking. Back to Laracy. Laracy misses everything. Another one up on top. And again, South Carolina will do a good job on the defensive side of that power play and get that puck all the way towards the end of the ice in Georgia's zone. South Carolina players being very aggressive, looking for it. Ian Huber back there for South Carolina, making sure nothing gets past. A good defenseman for this Gamecock team, as now South Carolina is at full strength here in the Akins Ford Arena as the Georgia Ice Dogs looking to get something going. Kay now gets it up. Riggins wasn't there on time. He'll pick it up now and flick it back towards Georgia's zone, right in front of Testino, but it will be picked up by the Ice Dogs. Georgia making their way down the ice. Dunphy gets there before any of the Ice Dogs can. South Carolina breaks free with it. Nick Kay will get that one up in front. Didn't have anyone there to follow up with it. Pass was a little bit too far forward for anyone on USC to retrieve it. Trying to get it off the boards now. It'll be taken by the Gamecocks. A shot pushed out of the way. It looks like Ian Huver tried to get one in there. Riggins might have come and just knocked that one away off target. So again, a little bit of miscommunication here from South Carolina. Looking for a fourth here. 14 minutes remaining in the third. Another shot, not on target. Riggins, he'll get it down below to Reed. Dunphy now, taking it for South Carolina. Will still hold on to it. Was right in front of the Georgia bench when they were making a line change. Couple of Ice Dogs fell right on top of him as Dunphy falls down in center ice. He was knocked over by Zachary Knoll. Now Riggins the other way. A shot, it's saved by Testino. Controlled. Center ice. It's Marvin. Chasing after it. Clavin for South Carolina trying to get there on time. Doesn't do so. Picked up by Gannon. Gannon circles back. Still has it. Gets it up into center ice. Georgia looking for anything here. Time winding down. Not really any signs of life. A big hit up on the boards. It looks like number 5, Kaibon Sukin, a little bit of taunting on Dylan Punzenberger. So here comes Marvin. Marvin down below, a shot, beautiful save up in front by Testino. Spreading out like an eagle, covering up that net. Another one sails right past Testino. No one was there for South Carolina to tap that one in. So Marvin will take this one back for the Gamecocks. And again, Sawyer, kind of a stalemate. I feel like the score of this game is still 0-0. It doesn't even feel like South Carolina has scored with how well both these teams have been playing defensively. Hagen, a shot, saved.
Absolutely, Charlie. You know, it's surprising that the score is in favor of South Carolina with how aggressive both teams have played and how much puck control both teams have had. I know for the past 5 or minutes so, South Carolina's been on a little bit of a burner with a ton of puck control coming off the penalty kill with Marco Pineda in the box. But really great effort from both teams. You know, Georgia has come out strong in all of these periods, so it's going to be interesting to see if this third period follows suit with the others and South Carolina really starts to come alive later here in the third.
Tampa's team up in the suites over here, waiting to see who they're going to play tomorrow in the College Hockey South Championship. Georgia or South Carolina. 11 minutes to go to decide that outcome. Puck over in South Carolina's zone. Georgia tracking back, it's Hagen with it. They'll try to get his team set up here. And they'll make their way down the ice for another push. They've been unsuccessful 22 times so far in this hockey game. A lot of fans are reacting so far, visibly frustrated. Now here comes South Carolina. Gamecocks, a chance, a shot. Saved by Testino. Follow-up, Testino doing his job. The Gamecocks looking to get down. There was number 7, Josh Wilkins, who took a stab at it. Wasn't able to connect there. Will be picked up back by Brendan Flaherty. Puck's being chased by Garrett Albers. However, Leighton Poole, he gets there before Albers. Another big hit. Carolina in front. Shot. Kay couldn't finish. It's covered up by Testino. Riley's got some information down by the players. Riley, what do you got?
division might be a little bit of an underdog story. We already had Tampa beat Tennessee, so it's already looking in South Carolina's favor. They really just are excelling in a way that Georgia is not tonight. But 10 minutes on the clock, still plenty of time for this game to change. Back to y'all up there.
So many upsets. I thought March was next month.
Yeah, Riley may be right here, and experience may have been the difference on the weekend with the men's Division I hockey playoffs, as Tampa, maybe it was that extra game that helped Tampa overcome Tennessee, and maybe the game last night against Florida warmed South Carolina up to face Georgia at #1 today.
The Florida Gators, they were a test. Georgia trying to get down below a shot. Beautiful save from Tyler Tamoyan. Was able to get his pad on that. Again, Tyler Tamoyan, when he is on this side of the ice, he is lights out. He loves the bright lights, and right now they couldn't be any brighter. He has stunned this Georgia crowd. Georgia with it now, looking for another one. Trying to just sneak it in there. They'll get a stoppage of that play. And it's a delayed penalty, a penalty coming right now.
On Georgia.
It's going to be Evan Parente, maybe. We'll see who they give it to here.
Nobody's heading to the box.
Well, the staff maybe. Maybe, yeah, delay of game.
Delay of game on the refs, maybe.
Well, I mean, should have been a delay of game on the refs for the last game, but yeah, so it's going to be David Eberle, the center for Georgia. He's going to be spending some time in the penalty box. In South Carolina, they're going to get yet another power play opportunity. Going to try to capitalize and maybe put this game away early. Riggins, a shot out in front, they score! And that might be the dagger. Sorry, I don't want to speak too soon. Riggins, a beautiful shot off the pad of Tessino, and the follow-up right there at the bottom. Well done. So go ahead and take a look at that replay. Riggins, the slap shot, followed up perfectly by Colin Reed. So that penalty earlier that caused that goal, it was too many men on the ice, and David Eberle, he was going to serve that penalty for Georgia. And it looks like David Eberle, so he was on the bench. He hasn't done too much this season. 4 goals, 4 assists, still a great player. But Georgia decided to send him over to spend time in the penalty box, keeping some of his star players out there on the ice. Another player goes down, falling into the boards. A wild sequence. Georgia looking for something, a chance. Puck in front, it's in the air. It's a bird, it's a plane, no, it's a puck. Tamoyan saw it coming up there in the air, and he just let it go off to the side. Georgia, so many good chances.
Somehow, some way, South Carolina came absolutely prepared. I wonder if they watched footage last night or something, or maybe it is they're just really feeling the energy in the arena right now to overcome Georgia. This seemed like Georgia was really going to lay the pressure on South Carolina and not give them any opportunity to score. And it's been the exact opposite. Georgia has taken a back step, and South Carolina really laid on the pressure tonight, has had great momentum all night, and is now up 3 in the game.
Offsides called. Again, it's important to point out experience. One thing we did see watching some of the Tennessee games, they were firing, playing very good hockey, but again, weren't playing the best of teams, didn't have that many good games. Georgia, past couple games, haven't played that great at teams. However, South Carolina, they've just been on a roll, getting so much experience, playing a lot of hockey. It's been tough, to play all that hockey, travel, go places, stay in hotels, long bus rides, but what they do have is experience, and that experience is showing tonight in the College Hockey South semifinal playoffs. Georgia looking for something out in front. The follow-up, it's not there. Diving for it was Tamoyan. Fans on their toes. Georgia visibly frustrated. A couple of dogs down there. We're going to go ahead and take a look at that replay. Puck went back behind the zone. Georgia just kept going in there. So many chances. Those were a ricochet. Trying to follow up with it was Alex Larissy. However, he just wasn't able to find anything. Again, Declan Conway was down there too, but nothing was able to go for Georgia. More frustration for the Ice Dogs.
This has got to be the most frustrating experience for Georgia, to know you have the goalie of the year in your back pocket, holding down the fort in your own end, and then go up against someone who is probably saying, hey, maybe I should have been thrown in the ring for goalie of the year here today. And just unbelievable performance from Tyler Timoyan.
That's a good point to bring up. This might be personal for Tyler here. He might be personal. Taking notes from Coach Prime, it's personal. Watch out. Pucks are going flying into the stands again. I want to talk to Atkins Ford Arena about maybe handing out helmets before the game.
Yeah, we've talked about it a little bit, but I don't think I've noticed how many pucks have gone out of the rink until this game. So many in this particular game.
Some valuable memorabilia. I mean, I don't know what a John Riggins signed college hockey puck goes for these days, but again, folks, watch out. Pucks are flying. Let's try to hold on to it. Out in front, South Carolina's just going to clear this one. Marvin's up there. Reed looking for something else. Trips on the ice. Tries to pass it back. No one was there. Refs didn't see anything. Nothing was there. Now taken up by Evan Parente. Parente loses it. Georgia regains control. It's Poole. Waiting now. Poole looking to reset here. Very aggressive. Nick Kay tries to steal that from him. Right behind Testino. Now here comes Conway. Conway looking for another one. A beautiful shot, but a better save from Timoyan. Now Riggins coming down there for South Carolina. Thinks about it. Takes a shot off the iron. Henry Riggins. Oh no, the College Hockey South Player of the Year was looking for one in this game. He's going to want that one back.
Yeah, John Riggins, a really great player, great playmaker for South Carolina.
I don't know where I keep getting Henry from. I apologize. South Carolina with it now. Gets it up in front.
Desperation time is now going to be in effect for Georgia. Not a whole lot of time left in the bottom third of this game. Not innings, but I know that made it implied that this was a baseball game, but the back third, whatever makes you understand that time is running down.
I wonder what inning this is. Third?
This would definitely probably be the ninth.
Ninth inning, bottom of the ninth. Gotta be, right?
Absolutely.
Face off, won by South Carolina. Georgia, desperation mode now. You start to wonder, is Georgia gonna pull their goalie here? I mean, it's kind of amazing to even say or even fathom that you would consider pulling Testino. I mean, he's been so good, and the fact that Georgia has even found themselves in this situation, an upset here in the Akins Ford Arena so far if Georgia can't come back into this hockey game. South Carolina looking to get a fifth. Can't do so. Andrew Henderson. Too easy of a save for Ryan Testino. Well, these College Hockey South playoffs have proven to be more than entertaining. Again, such a great sport to watch, and the love it's getting down in the South. Teams like Florida, Alabama, Tennessee, other random schools too, some of the smaller schools like Embry-Riddle University, Florida Aeronautical Institute of Technology, UMiami. So many schools getting teams as Wow, you take a look over at Samoyan, he's waving goodbye to the Georgia fans as they're leaving. He has made a statement and an argument to why he should have been College Hockey South Goalie of the Year.
It seems like that altercation may have been between one particular fan and Tyler Timoyan as that fan is exiting the arena now. I think some fruity hand gestures may have been sent Timoyan's way from the Georgia student section.
Probably going to go have fun elsewhere. Georgia looking to try to get in on the fun. Parente will lose it. Just looking for anything here again. Georgia in desperation mode. Up in front, a good move. Hagen gets it down low, can't find the back of the net. Again, what a statement Samoyan has made in this game. I mean, just so bold and aware, ready to be playing, especially with Georgia fans all behind him. Such a good player, such good poise, IQ, that mentality, that killer instinct in Timoyan. Out in front, Georgia looking for something, can't get it. South Carolina's D, again, it's been so good.
And, you know, not trying to get too ahead. Real quick, we're going to send it out to Riley. She's got some information for us.
Are implementing the play for three, stay for three, which is just fueling the Gamecocks to do better and better and better. And it looks like they are going to execute this win with a 3-point lead.
Took the words right out of my mouth. Thank you, Riley. Again, South Carolina really just looking to execute here. Looks like we got a timeout here. And again, Georgia fans starting to shuffle out of the Akins Ford Arena.
But as I was saying, you know, I'm sure with the goalie situation of South Carolina, I'm sure Tyler Timoyan was put in to give Zach Hayes some rest before the game tomorrow. Zach Hayes not on the bench behind Timoyan. It's actually Peter Papadopoulos, and I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. But it'll be interesting going into tomorrow, assuming South Carolina pulls away with the win tonight. Will Timoyan stay as the starting goalie for South Carolina, or will they put Zach Hayes, their former starting goalie, or their normal starting goalie? He hasn't gone anywhere, but will they put him in over Timoyan after an unbelievable performance tonight?
I mean, he's just been so good. I don't know how you start anyone besides him. In fact, I don't think Des Moines going to let anyone start over him. He is overly confident right now, as he should be.
I think he wants the fans in the rink with him to have a tussle with them.
Absolutely. Samoyan getting a little cocky here as this game winds down. Georgia looking for something out in front. Parente gonna try to sneak this one in there, not able to, falls over. Some good sportsmanship down the bottom left corner of your screen. Again, Georgia trying to find it. Puck goes flying up in the air, and it looks like Georgia fans gonna get her second puck of the game. Again.
That's gotta be the third or fourth.
Maybe. I don't know, a signed Declan Conway puck could go for a lot here in Athens.
I think we should, now as the game is coming to a close, I think we should loop back to where we started this game. Georgia was up 2-0-1 in the series against South Carolina. Again, both of the first games for these teams were played against each other on September 13th, which ended in a tie, just proving how aggressive both of them are and how evenly matched they both are. Now, Georgia did come away with the other two games, winning 2-0 and 5-1 on January 24th and 25th.
Good save from Timoyan down there below. Again, he's been so good. I sound like a broken record. This defense, though, too, I mean, not to be discredited, they are phenomenal right now. And just like that, Testino has made his way onto the bench Goalie's been pulled. Georgia making one last effort. 6-on-5 hockey. Here we go. Ice Dogs trying to get back into this hockey game. Georgia looking for something. He's got Gannon. Gets it across over to Poole. Back to Poole now. Finding Parente down low. Thinking about it. Tries to get in the middle. Costly pass. Luckily, Gannon holds on to that one. Resetting here. Controlled now by the Bulldogs. Poole loses it. Gets it back over to Parente. Can't find anything. The angle's not exactly there. And now a shot's going to go all the way down the ice. Just missed the goal. That was number 22, Ian Huver, looking for what would have been his first goal of the season.
What a moment it would have been to end the game here in Athens in the semifinals of the playoff. Looks like it'll be a timeout from South Carolina as they take the final moments of this game to hopefully say no funny business. Let's just lock in and see ourselves to the championship game tomorrow. And like I said at the beginning of this game, it started on September 13th against both of these teams, and it was going to end here tonight for somebody. Georgia is increasingly looking like that somebody going up against Tennessee in the third place matchup.
I mean, that should be a fun one, too. Whoever Tennessee plays right now, it's looking like it's going to be Georgia. Should be a really fun one. Again, those teams have played so many times. Their meetings in the regular season. That matchup in the college hockey South, or excuse me, the Savannah Classic over in Savannah, Georgia. And wow, that was a fun one. What a game that was. Tennessee repping their cream-colored jerseys there.
Yeah, a bit of inspiration by the baseball team over at the University of Tennessee, Knoxville.
Face-off.
National champs, by the way.
Face-off over here in South Carolina's zone. Won by Georgia. Goalie pulled, 6 men on the ice, looking for a goal. 2 minutes and 20 seconds left to go, and that will probably wrap things up, and it looks like it was John Riggins, South Carolina's MVP, the Golden Boy, man of the hour. We're gonna go ahead and replay. Riggins takes a shot, gets past nobody, finds its way into the net.
Pretty nice instinct reaction there from John Riggins, but that's just the kind of guy he is. Number one player here in the College Hockey South. MVP of the year.
MVP of the year. What a player. What a guy.
What a game.
Absolutely. If you're a South Carolina fan. So again, the championship, it's going to be the 2 seed versus the 4 seed. I was saying it earlier, a bit of a Cinderella run. 2 versus 3, excuse me.
3 versus 4. Correction again. 3 versus 4. It's double upsets on the semifinals. Number 4 seed, of course, being South Carolina, and number 3 seed Tampa going up against each other in the championship game. Maybe a little too close to call, but Georgia really needs a miracle if they want to change that from happening.
Again, 3 versus 4. Who would have thought?
Georgia
kind of
heading out early. Oh,
that was Daniel Bardo. Again, hasn't really been much of a factor in this game. They're probably going to get him from unsportsmanlike conduct. And not really what you want to do if you're Georgia here. Again, kind of down by a couple goals. Got to be careful. The way things are shaping out, it looks like USC might find themselves in the College Hockey South Championship game, Sawyer.
it's looking like it. 4 men on the ice for Georgia. Georgia meeting with each other, saying, It's been fun, boys, but looking like we're heading to the third place matchup.
Unfortunate for Georgia. Such a good season. Comes up just short. Shot on goal, saved by Testino. Fans starting to exit the arena, sensing a loss to what's not the home team, but we are in Athens, Georgia's home ice, the Akins Ford Arena. So the penalty, it was going to be on number 38, or served by number 30, Alex Laracy. South Carolina looking for more blood, lining up a shot, a wild one, not on target. A fight for it up on the boards. Gets it over in front. Oh, he took a shot there. That was Savario Marcella. He got checked pretty hard by Georgia's defense. You expect to see things getting a little scrappy here towards the end of this game. Looking to set up now. Georgia's still playing pretty tight on defense. A nice pass, however, not able to hold on to it. Robert Whitmore not exactly playing until the whistle blows. Bit of a lack of effort from him there. Again, though, time winding down. Thomas Loken wrapping around, looking for 6. Shot up in front, just over the head of Testino. Not on target. George Clavin will try to get there. Goes flying back, just under a minute to go in this hockey game. Not exactly a nail biter down the stretch. It looks like Tamoyan just getting a little cocky over here, back in his own zone. Some risky plays. He's going to come out of the goal here and just knock that one away. So good and so aware. Such a high IQ for a goalie. Fun to watch in this game. Puck will sail back towards Tamoyan. A fight for it. Stick goes flying up in the air. We're going to get a penalty. Looks like they're going to get number 14 or number 10. It's going to be Nick Kay. He's going to be put in the penalty box. Maybe a high sticking on Evan Parente. So Georgia's going to get not a power play opportunity, but it's going to be 4-on-4. It will be a power play in about 14 seconds.
No, Daniel Bardo was ejected for unsportsmanlike conduct, so it'll be a 4-on-4 for the rest of the game.
For the rest of the game. Only 16, 15 seconds left in this hockey game. Georgia, if you're going to come back, you got to do it now. Goes flying back behind the net of Tamoyan. A hard-fought battle for the Georgia Ice Dogs. Such a good season. Well-deserved for South Carolina, though. And just like that, the Gamecocks have made their way to Athens and have upset the number 1 seed in this tournament, the Georgia Ice Dogs. Wow, what a fun one that was. I would like to thank everybody up here who helped us with this game. Our producer, Spencer Tomset, sideline reporter, Riley Mercer, my co-host here, Sawyer Stacy, and once again, my name is Charlie Sarafian. Thank you so much for having us, Athens. We'll see you tomorrow for the championship game.